Hey, it's Dr. Michelle W. Kofer here, mortgage loan officer with Own Easy platform, license and credential in all 50 states. I'm super excited to have you watching this video. And listen, if you are watching this and it was shared with you by one of my colleagues and business partners, you want to make sure that at the end of this recording, you get back with them and let them know that you are ready to get started. And so again, with this amazing platform, Own Easy, you're able to be a community mortgage loan officer. You're able to be a part of a major solution for so many millions of Americans who are wondering, can I own easy? Do I have what it takes to be a home buyer? Can I get qualified? Will I ever get a clear to close? And now you can confidently, assuredly tell them, yes, you can. And so, guys, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a former social worker. So if you're watching this, it doesn't matter what line of work you were in. It doesn't matter if you're in real estate or not, in the financial services or not, been a mortgage loan officer or not. If you're willing to learn, you're willing to serve people, you can go out here and change the community that you live, work, and play in. And so I want to share my screen and introduce you to this platform. And as I do, guys, I'll tell you a little bit about myself as it relates to home ownership. I bought my first house when I was about 26 years old. And I'll tell you that I did not have a moral compass. I grew up in the projects. I did not have anybody sharing with me what to do to become a homeowner or even the importance of owning a home. But at age 26, I was like, you know what? It only makes sense that I buy my own home. I'm paying rent every month, but I know that's covering her mortgage and giving her some money. So I bought the first house, but guys, I was ignorant. Did not use a realtor, thought that I had to pay the realtor out of pocket, and ended up purchasing a home that had a bat infestation as well as water damage. And though we got past all of that, about 6 years later, when I got ready to sell that house, I quickly realized that there was wealth in real estate. Hashtag that in the chat, you guys, wealth in real estate. And so I was able to sell that home to a cash buyer, walk away from that, go on to start my life in Charlotte, North Carolina. Well, now, same little project chick was able to build a house from the ground up, leveraging the money I made from the first profit of the home. And so when we talk about the ability to create your own narrative around legacy building, real estate is the way to go, guys. So we want to welcome you to Own Easy, because people can either not own, they could own hard, or they can own easy. And so we've simplified the process. And so if you're watching this today, we want you to know that we stand on the shoulders of giants. Our visionaries have deep rooted histories in the real estate space. Mr. George Newberry owning over 4,000 doors. Mr. Chet Seeley has prolifically been able to share his business acumen and take multiple companies to the billion-dollar mark. And their vision for this company is to be a publicly traded company. We are a full service real estate platform. And as such, we will help 1 million families over the next 5 years become homeowners. So our purpose and project is 75 for all. That is creating ownership for 75% of all Americans that want it. Right now, when you start thinking about the home ownership rate for minorities, it's low. In fact, it's lower than it was during the civil rights. Today, less than 44% of African Americans own their homes. 48% of Hispanic Americans compared to, 73% for Caucasian Americans. And so we know that the wealth gap in America is as large as it is because of home ownership, or lack thereof, I should say. And so this is your opportunity to partner with us over the next 5 years to help 1 million families become homeowners. And we know factually that the number 3 reasons why people do not own a home is, number 1, they don't have the credit to qualify. Well, we create a solution for that. I'm going to show you. Number 2, they're drowning in debt. I'm going to show you how we handle that. And number 3, they lack the financial literacy. Like I said, I had no idea what to do to buy a house, and I just jumped out there and I was taken advantage of. And so through this program, we're not a credit platform, guys. We are a real estate program, but our clients have access to credit. So if you're a realtor, you're a tax professional, insurance, you can become a one-stop shop and offer all things to your clients. So we dispute the debt. I'm going to tell you about our AI technology. We help people resolve credit reporting errors so that they can get qualified for a home. And how we're going to really mobilize, guys, is onboarding millions of loan officers across the country, right? So we're going to train and mobilize loan officers in every community. When you partner with this platform, you're actually hired as a federal bank employee. So that's going to allow you to do business in all 50 states as opposed to just one state if you were to go out and take the S.A.F.E exam. We help our clients with not just financial literacy, but guys, getting access to down payment assistance resources. And as I mentioned, we have a cutting edge AI technology platform. This is a patent program, guys. I'm talking about sleek, cutting edge results. And you know, everybody's using AI for everything right now. Well, we use artificial intelligence to run 30, 40,000 algorithms at one time to dissect a person's credit report to be able to determine swiftly and quickly what is the best way, most comprehensive way to get these negative items off of this person's credit report. So we're literally able to go in and target everything that's negative, erroneous, obsolete, inaccurate, or unverified on that person's credit. And so at the click of a button, our clients can literally import all three results, see their scores, but also at the click of a button, guys, they can send their letters out. And it's very simple. This is not the traditional form letters that people send. This is a very time efficient process. And for you as a busy professional, or maybe a busy mom or minister or kingdom leader, or whatever you're doing right now, it allows you to have a lot of leverage and you save time by working with this platform. Let me tell you, 80% of the people that want to purchase a home cannot. Why? Because they're not mortgage ready yet. So this gives you the ability to go out there and fish in the blue ocean. Everybody's vying for the mortgage ready client already, right? So there are, you know, brokers, realtors, everybody's in that same pool trying to get the person that's already qualified. You get to build a massive business when you go for the people who need the help. And so you have state-of-the-art AI technology, but we also provide a platform, guys, where we can educate our clients. The credit profile is a key piece of a pre-approval. And so a client's behavior affects their credit. And we want to make sure our clients understand they got to pay their bills on time. That's 35% of their score, especially over the last 18 to 24 months. That's how that's being calculated. Guys, that's over 195 points. So one missed payment can send a person's credit score spiraling backwards. In the home buyer process, they need to pay everything on time, even if it's just the minimum. Now, we do want to try to pay more than the minimum because 30% of the score is utilization. That again is how am I managing my revolving credit? So clients want to make sure all of their debt is under 30%. I highly recommend 10%. That's going to give the best bang for the buck, meaning it'll elevate the credit score. 15% is the length of credit history. So even while, you know, a client may come into extra money to pay down the debt, that's great for the DTI, but they want to make sure they do not close those accounts because they'll lose history. We're talking about now substantial pieces of your credit, making sure that a client understands they don't need to buy a car before the house. They don't need to co-sign. They don't need to open up any new lines of credit. That is 10%. And then also the importance of having a mixed credit profile, revolving and installment accounts. And if you have clients who do not have those resources on this platform as a mortgage loan officer, you can get them into a secured card. You can get them to paying, reporting their rent, and you're actually compensated for those referrals. So everything you do here to help your client get mortgage ready, you're able to be paid literally multiple times on the same transaction. And so why are we so serious about our mission? Because people are wasting tens of thousands into the hundreds of thousands of dollars because they are choosing to rent. Maybe it's convenient, but it doesn't make good financial sense. When you think about the fact that, you know, I was living in a rental home before we purchased our current home, we're paying a little bit over $2,000 a month. After 1 year there, that was over $24,000. I can never get that back. If you're renting, if your clients are renting, you don't get rental money back. You're building a legacy, but it's just not yours. When I realized how much money I was throwing away before I purchased the house I live in today, I was like, we got to do something about that, guys. We now live in a custom built home, 4 bedrooms. Our mortgage is $1,508 a month. We were renting a 3-bedroom for $2,000. So we saved $500. Listen to me. You can educate your clients that the time to buy is now. If you don't own a home, the time to buy is now. Just because you got, you know, a job that's nearby where you live, or your kids are involved in rec, or your church is nearby. Imagine living there for 5 years and those being the conveniences that you use, guys. That's $120,000 you never get back. $10,000, $240,000. After 15 years, you've literally given away $360,000 that could have built your legacy, that could have been equity growing in your home, but instead you gave it to somebody else. You'll never get that back. And so do you want to pay 100% interest? Or do you want to go out here and take advantage of these lower interest rates and get your family in a position to start building equity and appreciating that property? So listen, what do we do if somebody's not ready to buy because of credit? We give them a solution, guys. We solve problems. That's how you're going to build a successful business, right? Always have a solution for a person that has a problem. So if our clients are not there yet with their credit score, no worries. For literally $3 a day, they get a cutting edge AI platform, credit building tools, money manager tools. They got access to consumer attorneys. So through our legal plan, our clients are able to access an attorney who can target where their consumer rights have been violated. And guess what? If they have, these consumer attorneys work for them to litigate at no cost. But when there's a compensation from the credit bureau or creditor, guess who also gets paid? The client. We have people who've literally been compensated anywhere from $1,000 over to $8,000 because of this attorney program. And imagine somebody needing to get that extra money to pay down a debt to get their DTI to qualify, or to come into some earnest money or down payment money. Guys, this is an absolutely amazing program. Debt analysis tool, budgeting tools, having access to see all 3 credit scores, score simulator, score tracker, and $1 million of identity fraud protection. So we're talking about $89 a month. For a client to get started today, there is a one-time setup fee and to get them on the platform. So when they first start out, it's only $149, but after that, it's $89. That's $3 a day, less than a cup of coffee. And you're talking about getting well beyond $1,500 in services. You can meet with a lawyer 3 times and spend $1,500, but here is free. And so if clients need it, we have our VIP membership where also they can refer 5 people to our company and their services are free as well. All right. And so guys, does it work? That's the question everybody wants to know. Yep. We got a testimonial group you can access on Facebook. It's called Own Easy Testimonials. But this is just one I love right here, Miss Kiwi, because she's a single mom and she wanted to buy a house but got denied. And so guess what? She got involved in the program. She was referred by her mortgage loan officer. Her score went up 24 points the very first round with our credit attorneys. With our credit program, but then also working with the credit attorneys right before Christmas Eve. In fact, she got over $4,000 in settlement. Now, everybody's not going to get that kind of money because everybody hasn't had a consumer right violation. But not only did they get $4,000 from a creditor, they are now suing Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. So that means another $12,000 is going to hit her bank account pending litigation. And so, when you think about, do you need to make a change? The answer is yes. The question is when. The answer is now. Rod Farrell had to be pushed by his wife to fix his credit. Financial managers, y'all, there's so many people who look like they own, who look like they're bosses, who look like, they're building wealth, but really we're not. It's time out for that. This is how we help our community change. This is how we help our community own easy. Rod had 97 negative items deleted from his credit with this program at 62 years of age. And so guess what? Because he fixed what he was ashamed of, now he has access to multiple 5 figures. And he decided, you know what? I'm going to go out here and help people level up as well. And so guys, when we think about becoming a help to your clients, a help to your community, a help to those families that are working tirelessly, multiple jobs, like driving Uber and Grubhub, and they're barely paying their rent. Listen, I live in the metro Atlanta area. Last year, almost 80,000 families were evicted, many of them working class educators, community leaders, ministry leaders, like working class Americans. But why are they sitting out on the street? Why are they displaced? Because rent is astronomical. You guys, the cost of renting today is as high as owning a home. So let's own easy. So this is where we talk about being a community loan officer. You guys, drop some dollar signs in the chat because this right here is game changer. I'm going to tell you, I want you to do something for me. I want you to grab your phone and I want you to go to Google and I want you to look up average mortgage loan officer salary. I want you to look in your city and want you to see what people are making on average in your city. But I also want you to look up mortgage loan officer salary and put the word Indeed in it, as in Indeed.com, or put the word CNBC, because right now, all the major news outlets are talking about mortgage loan origination. They're projecting this is the number 2 most desired career in America for 2024, with an average of $200,000 income with no educational requirements, and you get to work virtually. Now, I'm going to show you here how you can make that kind of money, but I want you to understand that it does take hard work, right? I was taught by one of my mentors, if you want to make a big income, you got to make a big impact. So wake up every day to focus on how can I help a family close on a home of their dreams. Real estate is transactional, you guys. If you don't sell a home, if you don't close a mortgage, you will not make money on the sale. Now, we're going to have other ways that you can earn money by referring people or, building a team. But as a loan officer, you're not going to get paid on this platform unless you close a transaction. But I'm going to show you how simple it is. As a community loan officer here, guys, all you're doing is helping families, whether they're low income, even if they have low scores, you can help them. We're going to put them with the most appropriate government backed programs. This is not, 2008. We're not putting people in an adjustable rate mortgage. We're talking about now getting people into great loans, great interest rate, FHA, VA, USDA, where those two don't even require down payment. The best of the best Fannie and Freddie products, conventional loans, jumbo loans. We can do bank statement loans. This is especially great for entrepreneurs, people who have a Schedule C. Well, maybe you wrote off some things on your taxes last year, but if you can demonstrate that you have income coming into your bank, guys, that can be leveraged to get you a clear to close. And what I love about our project, guys, is that you're part of a banking institution that's a network of over 151 credit unions in this network. We also manually underwrite, something that a big bank or a big lender will not do. We'll take the time, if that loan is rejected, to manually underwrite it. What can we really do to get your family clear to close? You ought to be by now thanking somebody for inviting you to see this information, because you got access to 203K, rehab loans, DSCRs. We can do up to 4 doors, guys. We're talking about you're able to earn money on a part-time or a full-time basis. Now, if you are a realtor, you're especially blessed to be able to see this. If you are a realtor, pay close attention. If you're not a realtor, you probably want to become one. Listen, I start school on Monday. I'm so excited because, listen, I've been in this space for 7 years. I mean, over the last 7 years, I have helped countless number of people get into homes. I've built great relationship with realtors, with loan officers, and I've never been a loan officer until this platform. I didn't have to take a test. I didn't have to go to school, but I'm going to tell you now, being that I'm about to be a realtor, realtors can double dip. The law changed in 2022, where now they can actually, be the law, the realtor and the mortgage loan officer on the same transaction, and there's no conflict of interest. So that means now you can get paid 2 times for selling one house. And I'm telling you, realtors are jumping on board quickly. Right here, you have Claudine Hibbert Smith. She's a top broker in her firm, guys, doing big things. Got over 300 real estate agents underneath her, and guess what? They're all in the platform. They're all on this platform, thinking about how you can leverage your license. I'm going to talk about that. Miss Denise Wilson, she was my realtor when I lived in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I told you guys that I bought my first house at 26 with the bad issue without a realtor. I sold that. I bought my second house in my 30s, and I went through an 8-month period of unemployment. So I ultimately filed a bankruptcy, and I almost lost the house, but I didn't. Denise Wilson was my realtor that, by saving grace of God, I was not only able to sell that house in a bankruptcy, but walk away with multiple 5 figures from that one transaction. So imagine if I've been owning, I would have just started over with nothing. But if I would have been renting, I would have started over with nothing. But because I actually owned that property, guys, I was able to start my life back with money. And that's because there is wealth in real estate. So with renting, I wouldn't have been able to do that. But Denise Wilson, she's in Charlotte, North Carolina, and she has done several deals on the platform. In fact, her first 2 transactions on this platform, guys, one was in Philadelphia and the next one was in New York. So that just shows you how on this platform you can work in all 50 states under your license. And so you can be an MLO on the same transaction as you being a real estate agent. So it just makes sense, guys. You're able to help the clients. That's what you came to do anyway. Now you just get paid multiple times for doing that. And so when you think about this, guys, you don't have to be a realtor to have success with this platform. I know some of you watching are in insurance, you're a tax professional, you're a hairstylist, small business owner, you're a clergy. When you think about it, this platform gives you the ability to do what you do already. I have several businesses, my husband and I, but guess what? I'm able to leverage this. So there's no heavy lifting. You're able to leverage somebody else's experience. And guess what, guys? You're able to tap into a $1 trillion industry where now you can get more transactions done because you're going to have a loan buddy. There's a transparent process. You're able to see what's happening. You're able to see the underwriting notes and understand what's going on these deals, having, the assurance that you're working with a reliable platform. So you can go to sleep at night knowing that somebody's going to take care of your client. And I love the fact that there's knowledge and training. I was a social worker for 16 years before I got in this industry. Knew nothing about mortgages, knew nothing about real estate. But guys, now I am a loan officer in all 50 states doing business. Just got to paid last Friday. Listen, doing business. Just had a pre-approval, in fact, today. So I'm telling you, you can become knowledgeable if you're willing to learn. And of course, think about, even if you're a hairstylist or, you're a barber or whatever, you already have clients who trust you. Imagine if you can get them in a home. Think about the level of loyalty they'll have to you. Guys, think about the number of referrals they'll send to you. So this is just game changer for every person that's already serving in some capacity somewhere else. A very efficient and trustworthy process. We take all the limitations off. We literally allow you to go out there and just you identify the clientele. The company has all the resources on the back end to do the heavy lifting, and you're able to now prioritize your income. Stop the money in its track and then be a part of this wealth transfer. If you haven't realized over the last 4 years, guys, through this pandemic, there's been a lot of money floating in the economy. Now they're projecting that the African American dollar will be zero, in the next 30 years or less. But think about it. Our net worth doesn't have to be zero if we know what to do. Real estate built titans in America. The wealthiest families in America did it through real estate. This is your opportunity to participate in that. And you have the ability to come out here and do that in a major way. And so I want to make sure you understand the prevalence of what you're looking at, guys. And I'm going to share something with you here. Okay. Listen, I just stopped my screen share for this one, guys. When we look at the realities, National Association of Realtors said that in 2023, only 7% of all real estate transactions were purchased by African Americans and Hispanics, respectively. People are buying real estate, but it's just not minorities. As a community mortgage loan officer on this platform, you get to participate in a mission that's for the people that's been left out. You hear me? You get to participate in a mission that's for the people who've been undereducated about finances for all of their lives. And now you get to position these same people to get to the front. That's why I'm so compassionate, guys. I was personally discriminated. Before I bought this house, I was building a home from the ground up in a different community in the next county over. And guess what? From the onset, my loan officer never looked at me in the eye. My loan officer never shook my hand. I believe that year I made over $216,000 and could demonstrate it and had the audacity to ask me to have verified audits. I had to get a certified audit of my bank. Had over $100,000. I'm just telling you my story. Over $100,000 in my bank account. And I was not denied, I was discriminated against because my loan officer, who never shook my hand, who never looked me in the eye, just didn't think I deserved to live in that community. My family and I had given up our apartment at the time. And that summer we were traveling all over. Nobody even knew that we didn't have a place to stay because we was traveling, right? But 1 week before it was time, listen to my story. 1 week before it was time for us to start back up school, we were supposed to be closing on this new house in this new community that we had gotten so attached to, that we rode by every time we could, that we walked through every time we could, that we had measured the windows. We had already bought the things to prepare to move into this house. 1 week prior to closing, I called the realtor and he said, Donnie didn't tell you? I said, tell me what? He said, your house was sold to another buyer. What? Yeah, so now I'm livid trying to figure out what's going on and why I haven't communicated and why I haven't heard from this loan officer and why we haven't met with an attorney, because now we're within the 3 days to be, doing all of that. And guys, guess what I found out? My loan officer turned my file in and wrote unfinanceable on the outside of the file. My loan officer. And guess what? He had gotten mad because prior to that, listen to my story. Prior to that, he asked me a question and he said, well, who does your taxes? Paul Wall? And he said it very sarcastically, but I didn't know. So I responded, is he good? That was my question. Is he good? And I later mentioned that to a friend and she said, Michelle, Paul Wall is a rapper. I said, interesting. So I called him on it. And when I addressed how I thought that was unprofessional, he made every single thing difficult. So y'all, I don't just do this because it's my job. I do this because it's my obligation, it's my passion, it's my commitment. And I didn't know until I told my story how many others had faced racial discrimination at the hand of a loan officer. So I'm going to bring my screen up back here, but I want you to know that right now in America, y'all, only 8% of loan officers are Black. Only 8% of realtors are Black. Now, this is not a black-white conversation. This is a real conversation. we don't get to change the narrative if we don't participate in the game. And so when we think about the benefits of you, regardless of what career you're in, you can become a mortgage loan officer on this platform and help families multiple times. You can help them buy now. You can help them refinance. You can help them upgrade or downgrade when they're ready to move. So you have the ability to get paid even multiple times from the same family. So you got to just want to help people. If you want to help people, we want to welcome you to Own Easy. The Rush is on. We are going to help 1 million families own homes. But in the meantime, we're also going to help create limitless income, unlimited, I should say, limitless income for so many families. So let me talk about the money. We're going to get out of here, right? So listen, guys, leverage your time. You can be a loan officer and still have a full-time job, because over here, as a loan officer, all you're doing is helping the client complete the application. As a loan officer, you're going to help them gather up the documents they need. You're verifying that they are who they are and that they got the income to buy, answer the simple questions. You're going to get a loan buddy. The loan buddy is assigned to you. They are a seasoned loan officer. Most of them 10, 15, 20 years of experience. They're helping you get this loan across the fence, right? They're making sure the rest laws, that the disclosures are signed. They're dotting I's, crossing T's. They're working with the appraisal. They're working with the underwriting team. They're manually underwriting the loan if the loan pushes off the table. They're going to finalize and submit that loan. But guess what? You get paid. You get paid. As a loan officer, you earn what's called basis points. Anywhere from 100 basis points, which is 1% of the volume of that loan, up to 140 basis points, which is 1.4%. So let's say you had a loan, $400,000, 100 basis points. The commission on that loan is $4,000. Now you're working with your loan buddy. So initially, you're going to split a little bit of that with them, right? Your first 10 deals, you keep 65, they get 35. Next 10, you keep 75, they keep 25. Anything beyond that, guys, you're at 85-15 split. You're bringing home 85%. Somebody say leverage. You are leveraging their experience and expertise, and you can still go do what you were doing anyway. All you're doing is referring people that want to buy a house, starting the application, and you're making comma checks. Let me show you how much money you make even after the loan buddy, right? So let's say you did 3 homes, let's say 400,000. We know some houses are higher than that, some are lower than that. So let's just, for this example, assume the house is $400,000, okay? Well, guess what? If you did 3 home loans a month, even after you paid the loan buddy, you brought home $7,800. Would that be changing your life or what? Yeah, you probably be changing zip codes. 8 homes a month, guys, that's $28,000. There's some Americans not even making that in a year. And God forbid you got serious with this thing and you went out there and helped 16 homes close in 1 month, guys. You're talking about $76,000 in 1 month. Most Americans don't make that in a year. This is an opportunity for you to get paid. We have a Keller Williams EXP bonus pool, which runs down through 3 levels. So you're paid on productivity, on your reps. So if you go out and share this with people in your network and they get started, you're going to get paid. So I love the fact that this is a real estate model, because you get now to serve in the role of the broker. Think about it. Even if a realtor is a top performer, guys, there's no time freedom. They have to go show a house when their client's ready. I don't care if your daughter has a recital at 7. I don't care that your son's football game is tomorrow at 5. I need to see this house. So they don't have time freedom, but they also don't have financial security because there's no residual income. When you sell the house, you get paid and you don't make money again until you sell another house. So realtors sell houses one at a time. You could be an MLO and do 1 home at a time. You can do that, or you can be smart and take on the role of a broker, and you can introduce this to other MLOs. And every time they sell houses, you sell houses too. So just like a broker, you have financial security, you have leverage, you have residual, because you're not just counting on your own efforts. And so I'll tell you that with this project, guys, you can share this with other people who want to become an MLO. And again, they don't have to have real estate experience. If they're willing to learn, they can learn anything. Just let's say you introduce somebody, Sarah. Sarah closes a home at $400,000. Sarah going to get paid. Her and her loan buddy going to share that that $4,000 commission. Now you, on the other hand, are going to earn 10 basis points off of that personal recruit. So that means you're going to get $400. Nobody's going to get a share of your money. You're going to get the whole. That's your commission, right? So imagine you help 10 people become a loan officer and everybody just did 1 deal a month. Now we know people going to do more than one, but if they just did 1 deal a month, that's $4,000 you made in passive income. 20 deals, 20 people, 1 deal a month. You introduced 20 people. They all took it serious. That's $8,000 a month in passive income. You see why I'm so excited, guys? Because imagine everybody's just doing one home loan. And again, some are going to be, higher loans than that. Some are going to be lower, but this is just an example. But you think about $8,000, imagine $12,000. That's a six-figure passive income. You think listen, I get excited when my team closing loans because you won't close a loan every month. You might not, right? You're getting used to this. You're building it up. But what if somebody else that you shared this with, they already got people in their pipeline, realtors? They already know people that want to buy, tax professionals, insurance professionals. Listen, it just makes sense. 30 loans passively, guys, $12,000 a month, 40 loans, one loan a month. We're talking about $16,000 a month that you're earning in your sleep. This is retirement income. And guys, I'm going to tell you, you don't have to be a realtor, but listen to me, realtors. You can leverage your license. If you are a realtor right now, maybe you have a license in one or two states, okay? Well, guess what? You can be an MLO. Let's say you got a client in California. Well, you can be the MLO on that transaction, but you can't be the realtor because you're licensed in Georgia, all right? Well, you can refer that over to a realtor in California. They close the deal, throw you back 35%. So you got paid as the MLO and the referral realtor. Now you're talking about a combined commission, guys. You did that 8 times a month. You did 8 out-of-state transaction leveraging your license. You did that every month, guys. That's $652,000. I don't know about you, but by now you should be seeing that this makes sense. By now you probably think about all the people you know that you want to get qualified to buy a house, family members who need to refinance. Tell them, give me 2 weeks. I'll be a loan officer in 2 weeks, sis. Refinance your house then. All right, mom, I know you're ready to buy. All right, your 21-year-old kid, they're ready to buy. Give me 2 weeks. I'll be a licensed mortgage loan officer and I can help. So guys, you can go the traditional route, which is very time consuming. You got to sit in class, take tests. You got to take a test that most people never ever pass, 48% pass rate on the S.A.F.E exam, annual renewals, continuing educations. You got to get licensed in every single state one at a time. And typically you have to have great credit to qualify. Or you can go out there and spend $20, $25, $30,000 up to 50 trying to get a 50 state license. Or guys, you can take the better route. Sign up with the person that invited you to this call today. Let them know I'm ready to plug in and get trained. Guys, you can even train on your own schedule. You have access to a training where you can self-pace through, or you can attend live training. You got a background check and you're originating loans in all 50 states in about 2 weeks. And if you're not all that confident yet, no worries. Remember, you have a seasoned loan buddy. So no state licensing, no state licensing fees. All of that stuff is out the window. You can become a loan officer right now. The person that sends this information to you guys, they're giving you an opportunity to start your own financial services firm. We're talking about being a virtual mortgage loan officer. You saw the average income. I didn't make that number up. The average income projected for this year is $200,000. And why, guys? Because 25% of the homes in the market right now are projected to be listed for sale. A loan officer is going to be needed on those transactions. So you can think smart and make an investment. And in fact, if you make an investment now, once you get this link, guys, we'll take $150 off just because you are first movers advantage. So instead of $399 investment, you invest $249. Start your own business. You got to pay for your background check. That's $66.25. But guys, let me tell you something. This was the best investment I've ever made. You have an $89 overhead, which can be waived, but that's going to get you your website, your landing page, marketing materials. Is going to get you training, mentorship, coaching, access to all of the services that our clients had. Everything I talked about earlier with the AI credit repair, you have access to that. So if your score is not there yet, you have access to that. The click of a button, mailing out letters, you can originate loans. Also, you can earn 20% on title. You're going to actually be licensed as a title representative with up title as well. And guys, the thing that I love the most about this platform, see, I've been an entrepreneur for 7 years, paying out of pocket for my own medical costs for 7 years. With this platform, I pay $18 a month for my medical through Aetna, an incredible insurance policy. And then my dental and vision is only $30.25. I'm saving over $480 a month. And you think I wouldn't pay $89 a month for that if I had to? And I didn't tell you get a free life insurance policy. You enroll one person, you got a free $25,000 policy. Guys, we're talking about for $89, but you can get that wave. You can refer 5 people in this wave. And then also there's equity. So you're here early. So as a bonus benefit, you get to earn stock option in a company. So there's a way that you can benefit, guys, multiple ways. Go out there, refer 5 people. As I mentioned, your services are free. But guys, all of this means nothing if we're not making an impact. And these are the stories that I love. These are the stories that I love to tell. Like Tina Houchins, Dr. Tina Houchins, 16 and a half years in the military, turned mortgage loan officer, no prior experience. She's done 4 loans already, at least 4. I know she's done at least 4. She did a loan in South Carolina, a refinance in South Carolina. She did a refi in Virginia, and she did a loan in Michigan where she lives. This is her client right here. You see her smiling. She participated in a closing with her client. Also, this client went through our program after being denied by 2 other lenders. She went through our program, got approved. She went through our credit program. Her score increased 75 points within the first round, and she got $25,000 in down payment assistance on our program. So guys, this is the part that, really warms my heart. This is what makes me feel like this is still social work. And so I wake up every day to do it. Imagine being Miss Carlotta Ross, who is a bilingual business owner out in South Carolina. I don't know. She's probably up to 8, 9, 10. I don't know how many loans she's done at this point, but she's a tax business owner. She has her own insurance company, and she works a full-time job, and she's able to still do all of these loans. But she said when she realized only 50% of Hispanic families were homeowners, she felt obligated to do this. She said, I love that, they offer me a handheld approach to make sure we got the deals completed. So that again is that loan buddy working with you. That again is that small town bank feel. And so guys, I hope that, you've already made a decision to partner. So I want you to get back with the person that invited you to see this information, get signed up, go out there, and let's start talking about how we're making a positive impact in our community. You can be a community mortgage loan officer, guys, in all 50 states. You can decide to do this right now. Why is right now important? Because somebody's about to renew a lease and be spending $2,400 a month for a 3-bedroom apartment. Somebody's getting evicted right now because they're tired of paying $2,700 just to try to keep their head above water when they're like, I can't do this anymore. And so you have the control within your hands. We want to say congratulations to you. Welcome to Own Easy. Welcome to the movement. New community loan officer. Let's get back with the person that invited this video to you to watch. Let them know you're ready to get started and you want to be a part of change, guys. We will help 75% of all Americans own homes. We will change the narrative. We will make sure that every opportunity to serve, we're going to be there to serve, because service to people is the highest honor to God. That's our time, you guys. Dr. Michelle Cofer out of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome to Own Easy.